Hey there, my fellow superhero viewers. We all know of big-time superheroes like Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man.
But what they don't know is how the minor superheroes can play a role as well.
Who are you?
I am Zelda. Or is it Link? Which one's the girl? I want to be the girl.
Fine, whatever. This is Mystery Men. The movie starts with a random party for old people that are crashed by a group of people known as the Red Eyes.
And if you make a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card joke, I will be pissed.
You just said a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
God damn it.
We then meet our actual heroes of the movie, the overly clearly racistly stereotyped Blue Raja, the Captain America reject, the Chevalier, and the clearly powerless Mr. Furious, played by Ben Stiller.
What?
I'm just not a fan of Ben Stiller.
You don't be a little bitch. Ben Stiller's been in a lot of shit. Like, I don't know, but he's a good actor.
After a long and embarrassing failure at saving the day, we meet our walking billboard so-called real hero of the movie, Captain Amazing, who saves the day from the Red Eyes and of course gets all the credit.
So, after Captain Amazing saves the day, the misfit heroes try to get some sort of acknowledgement that they saved the day too, but even the cops give them a scare and...
That's really sad that even cops can scare the crap out of these guys. Once Captain Amazing gets in his limo, he argues with his agent that there is no real villains anymore because he's put them all behind bars. So they need to release from prison the main villain of the movie, Casanova Frankenstein, and has his alter ego, Captain Amazing, releases the Casanova.
Oh look, we get a long, boring conversation of the heroes bitching about them not getting any credit of the nice events. I'm so sad.
Lance Hunt is our benefactor. Yeah, we could spend 150.
That's because Lance Hunt is Captain Amazing.
Oh, don't start that again. Lance Hunt wears glasses. Captain Amazing doesn't wear glasses.
Hey, what a surprise! A Superman reference! After dinner, everyone bickers over the check and we meet Frankenstein's henchmen, the Disco Boys. But our so-called heroes all have their own personal issues. I swear, the characters in this movie get cornier and cornier.
Just like my shit in your movie reviews.
Asshat!
Alejandro.
Regardless, we get multiple scenes. We find out that the Blue Raja is actually not British and is living with his mother. The Shoveler has marriage problems. Mr. Furious decides to investigate Casanova's place.
Inside Casanova Frankenstein's place, we find out about a plan to unleash a doomsday device upon the city, and after he blows up the asylum, ends up kidnapping Captain Amazing.
Like nobody saw releasing a supervillain was going to cause problems.
The heroes then have a failed rescue attempt after Furious tells them what he saw, this leading them into the only other solution, recruitment for new members of their team of misfits. This eventually leads them to meet Invisible Boy, played by Kel Mitchell.
And what exactly is Invisible Boy's power? Well, to put it simply...
Give us a demonstration.
No. I can only become invisible when no one's watching.
That has got to be the stupidest motherfucking power. On the face of the idea, like, there's like a list of fucking stupid powers you can have as a superhero. And that's like number one. I can go invisible, but only if I'm naked and no one's watching me. That's like every time I take a shower.
That, my friend, is very disgusting. However, when you're right, you're right. But stupid power aside, we then meet the next hero of the group, the stinky one, the spleen, with the power to...
Oh, dear God. Silent, but deadly.
After the spleen's display of power, the group decides to hold out a set of superhero tryouts to find more people for the team, complete with a cameo with the unfunny comedian Dane Cook.
What in the Christ? Have you ever had Christ checks? Dude, Christ checks tastes like angel dust. Like when you take off their wings and like grind them together and like the fuzz that comes out of when you're like molting. That's what it's called. When it like molts, that's what you taste when you taste Christ checks. It's like angels. Yeah. Continue the fucking review.
Dane Cook is not funny, he has never been funny, and he never will be funny.
After a waste of time with the tryouts, we meet the token female of the movie, the Bola, and she seems to be the only one who actually brings something to the table.
I guess I'll just have to take my ball and go home.
No!
Can I have her ball? While driving, the group decides to trail down Casanova's car and basically act like a bunch of children who can't get their way, especially Ben Stiller has a giant temper tantrum on the fucking hood of the car.
The group that then hits up the bar after the giant temper tantrum, but their excitement of partying is cut short when the disco boys corner them in an alleyway until they are mysteriously saved by the Sphinx.
Finally, another person with an actual power.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously that conservative's not from Texas.
The Sphinx takes the group to a sort of camping ground, and after a speech about needing to work on teammate, we get this movie's training montage.
After the montage, Mr. Furious gets annoyed with the Sphinx's ways of doing things and leaves the team, so now they have to find some sort of actual firepower to make up for his being gone.
They go to see a character who they ran into at the beginning of the movie named Dr. Heller, who specializes in non-lethal weaponry, including tornado in a can, a shrink ray, the blame ray.
A blame thrower. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
You're making this review suck. I don't think we're ever going to give reviews because of you. Stop spitting on me, Eric. Are you the on the side? He's a cut on the step on. Play police station. And you kill our city. That's the guy. I hate you. Second life. We have no viewers. It's God. I thought you made me love the video games. Stupid crack horse.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but I want one so I can spray my dog and cat with it.
Eventually, through the girl he's been mooning over's advice, Mr. Furious finally rejoins the team.
Inside Casanova's, we meet all of Nova's stereotyped gangs ranging from black guys to Italians to women.
The heroes find Captain Amazing, and after a lot of bickering, insults, and confusion, the heroes eventually end up accidentally killing the captain.
I don't think that's the right toggle.
You don't say.
We go back to the team's fortress of mysterytude, and we get more team bickering and a very awesome speech from the shoveler.
Still get fraculated.
This is our fight, whether we like it or not. Just we few. We're not your classic superheroes. We're not the favorites. We're the other guys. We're the guys nobody ever bets on. But I'll tell you what I think. I think you and that ball of yours have an appointment that you've got to keep. Invisible Boy, I think it's time you were seen. Sphinx, you have trained us well. And Dr. Heller, you might just have given us the edge we need. And Spleen, I don't want to stand behind you, but I'll fight beside you with pride.
That was beautiful!
After the heroes all say their goodbyes, Furious finally getting the girl, we go back into the group preparing for the final battle, and they all try to get Furious's anger back that falling in love magically took away. It makes no sense.
They finally manage to break into Nova's, and to even their own surprise, their magnet actually works in taking the goons' guns away. The group then has to get past the turret, and it's finally Invisible Boy's time to shine.
What are you talking about? Invisible Boy, wait a minute!
I wouldn't do that if...
Come back here, son. You'll be cremated.
It's all about me now. I'm the only one that can save us.
He's right. Good luck, son.
Nobody look at me.
Don't look at him or it won't work.
I am transparent. I am like the window. I am see-through. I'm like saran wrap. I did it! I'm invisible! I really do have superpowers! Can you see me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
2 hands there, son.
Maybe.
That is way too much dark chocolate that I never wanted to see.
For once, we actually agree on something.
After they get through the turret, they start taking out the goons group after group. They use the shrink ray on the chicks, Shoveler takes out some of the disco boys, and the Spleen and Invisible take out some Italians using Spleen's fucking ass.
The bowler then comes face to face with her father's killer and finally gets her revenge.
Nova kidnaps the Furious' girl, and Nova and Furious have a showdown that eventually ends with Nova's own death by getting him thrown into his own death machine.
Frack you later, Franken puss.
Ow.
With Nova gone, the only thing they have left to do is destroy the device. With some quick thinking, the bowler sends her father into the machine.
After the explosion, the heroes make their way through the wreckage and are met by reporters, where we finally get the name of the movie within the movie.
Well, whatever you call them, Champion City will forever owe a debt of gratitude to these mystery men.
There, you happy? I watched the movie. I put up with Ben Stiller's unfunniness for almost 2 hours.
Just shut the hell up and admit that Ben Stiller was awesome. And the movie was great.
Don't get me wrong. I think the movie's great. I personally, other than Ben Stiller, of course, I personally think that there's nothing wrong with this movie.
I know something's wrong with the movie. Not enough TNA. I've got a thing for TNA. I jerk off a lot.
That's disgusting. You're a perv. And on that, I'm the superhero critic. I stay super so you don't have to.
And I'm the Geeky Game Guy. I like alliterations. And I need help.